and welcome. We are thrilled to be doing an unboxing of Escape the Room, the Cursed Dollhouse today. So this is available exclusively on Amazon in the US starting October 1st, but there will be localized German, French, Italian, and Spanish versions that will be available later in the fall. So this is ages 13 and up. We'll play about 1 to 4 players and can take 2 to 3 hours, but it's kind of possible to kind of pause the game, and we'll talk about that as we go a little bit further. And it is priced at $41.99. So we are, like I said, we're thrilled to be doing this. We're Ravensburger ambassadors. I'm Tuck.
And I'm Chelsea.
And the idea is that we have a full Escape the Room experience just in this box. So it is the newest escape game by ThinkFun. It's the third one. And it features a box that transforms into a 3-story dollhouse that creates an immersive tabletop experience for escape room fans. And what that means is that you really get to interact with the components as much as possible, and there's even 3-dimensional furniture to make this game really stand out. So let's get building this.
I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, so get this open here.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I got this. I can do this. There we go. Thank you. All right, so right here when we open it, on this side of the box it has the bathroom and the kitchen on the inside. It also has a protective sheet that can be removed, and I'm going to let Tuck
do that. Out.
Perfect.
And I'll kind of set it up over here so we can kind of see all the components as well as the dollhouse itself being built.
Very nice. And I'm going to move this just a little bit so it's clear. And so on the other side of the box here, we have this side of the box holds the instruction manual and the story booklet, so I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And it also has some punch boards, an envelope of puzzle components, and a solution wheel. So I'm going to take out these items and start to kind of hand them towards Tuck, who will be helping to build. Here are those punch boards.
Awesome, and I'll save those here until we can start breaking those out.
Cool. Here we are. Very nice.
Oh, thanks for helping me.
I know, I punched one out already. And then we have those puzzle components right here, and then this is the solution wheel. And something that's really neat about this solution wheel is that it has actually been improved from previous Escape the Room games, and it now has a locking mechanism. And so, which is really, really cool that they've improved it and it has that. And then underneath this tray we see that this side of the box, it has the bedroom and the living room inside. So we can go ahead and add that to our house.
Perfect.
Very nice. And already it's starting to take shape, and I just love how it all comes together and looks. All right. And so now let's go ahead and take a look at those components. So we're going to start with the manual here. And so as you can see, it says very carefully to read this manual and do not open or adjust any components until instructed to do so. And so we're going to follow along with this manual as we build this dollhouse together. So on the first page, it says follow these instructions or risk spoiling a puzzle. And so the second page begins the setup instructions. And we're going to open the component envelope and remove all the components, but do not open any of the smaller envelopes that are inside.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah. So make sure that that is showing here. I'm going to kind of slide these out as I think I got all those components. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to give that to you. All right, so like I said, we do not want to open any of those smaller envelopes that are inside, so I'm going to kind of move these over. But inside these puzzle components, we have a couple of items here. And so we have a rug, a chest, a quilt, and then we have 3 dolls. And so I'm going to kind of pass these over.
Yeah, and I'll start filling these in here in a second.
Yeah, so I'm going to pass those 3 dolls to you. And then we have some of our blankets, our chest, and our quilt there. And so, speaking of dolls, ThinkFun wanted to create an escape room that was as creepy as possible. And I think that they 100% achieved that.
Absolutely.
And so they selected a theme that exploits the fear of dolls, which I feel like we all kind of secretly have.
Yeah.
They give me the heebie-jeebies, especially when I see them, or if we're ever at, I don't know, just like a yard sale and there's like an old looking doll.
Yeah.
They kind of freak me out.
Yeah, especially used dolls.
Yeah, I don't like them. And so that uneasy feeling of being around dolls, it's a fairly common one that a lot of us experience. And so with some people being uncomfortable around all dolls and others being fearful of a specific type of dolls. And so ThinkFun was really smart, and to make sure that this game creeped out as many people as possible, they have included a handful of dolls in here.
Yeah, so we've got voodoo dolls, Russian nesting dolls, baby dolls, like all of them.
Yes, they're all there. And it really does, as you start to like feel them and like put them away, it does have that creepy aspect, and it's perfect. I mean, with this game coming out in October, it's perfect to get ready for Halloween.
Yeah.
All right, so on the next page, there are diagrams for how to set up the house and where to place each room. And sorry, let me change that here. And so we have that house assembly and what to place in each room with those components. And so first we're going to need to unfold the floor, which Tuck is already working on and doing, and then line it up with the 3 slots in the middle of the house, which you can see he's kind of done and started to slide that into place. And then there are 2 slots that are on the back wall, and these are horizontal tabs to slide through. And then if we flip the house, we can fold the edges of these tabs to lock the floor into place.
Here and kind of in the back as well.
And so now we can add the attic,
Wonderful.
which I've given you, I think, those pieces
Yeah,
already.
so I've got the attic piece, and we've got some
Yeah, and so
pieces
there's
as well.
the attic wall that he's punching out, and we can add both sides of the attic roof as well. Sorry, I kind of made that difficult. And you can see it's following right here with the attic assembly in that instruction booklet.
Put that on
Yeah,
there too.
perfect. I kind of move some of these items around here, because I know I was blocking your punch boards. And as you can see, everything just perfectly snaps into place, and it's very nice. All right, so now that we have the attic, let's go ahead and that the house is built, we can start to add all those components that I handed Tuck already. And so in the living room, we need to add the rug.
All right.
Yeah, which is over there. Perfect. And then we also need to add the wood planks and the porcelain doll, which are on this punch board right here. And we can move those kind of up, yeah, while you punch those out. Perfect.
And I like that on the punch board themselves, there's actually that little note that
Yes.
shows which section it goes into.
Very true. I also love the porcelain doll, just how creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She has a very creepy look. I love it. All right. And so now that we have the wood planks and the porcelain doll set up in the living room, we can go ahead and move to the kitchen. And so in the kitchen, we need to add the paper doll and the doll pin. And I apologize, I took away that punch board from you. And that paper, like I said, that pin is on the punch board. And we're also going to build our first 3D furniture. And we're going to build the table. And it's also on this punch board.
That goes kind of up a little bit there.
Yeah.
And a 3D table is
Yes.
really cool the way that this
And
works.
actually, let me move that onto the kitchen. My apologies. I'm so excited watching it being built and forgetting to kind of move along with the instructions. Very nice.
Cool.
Yeah. And so there is our table in our kitchen.
Perfect.
It looks like a real kitchen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I almost want to move in except for the creepy aspect of the house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it is very tempting. So now that we have our kitchen, we need to move to the bedroom.
Yep.
And so we'll need to add the voodoo doll and the quilt, which came in those puzzle components. And so Tuck is adding the voodoo doll. And then we'll put the quilt on in just a second because we need to build the bed for the bedroom.
Absolutely. Gotta have something to put the quilt on.
Yeah, and so that was on that final punch board, and I can take that away from you. You are welcome. All right, and I'll move that. And as you can see, it is all just laid out again in the instructions, and then you can see the quilt on top at the very end. And it's really great because the instructions, they are so detailed and the pictures are beautiful, and you can see exactly where everything needs to lay in each of the rooms.
And there's my completed bed.
Very nice.
I'll go right up here.
Yeah. Perfect.
Cool.
And then with that voodoo doll. All right. And now we are going to move to the attic. And so finally, we need to add the chest and the doll to the attic.
So chest to go up here, as well as our Russian nesting doll.
Yes. And then with that, we are actually ready to play.
Wow. All right.
And so in the story booklet, there's actually, I can't flip through anymore because then we get into the game instructions, and I don't want to take away the fun because it is such a cool experience and there's so much information in here. But something interesting from ThinkFun is in the story booklet, there's actually a photo that is used as a break between the chapters, and that was a contender for the game box art originally. And so it was important to ThinkFun to make sure that the box cover was as spooky as possible. And so ThinkFun polled people to find out which image scared people more, and the result is the box art that you see today, which I think is personally pretty creepy. I feel like we should bring it back. It's really creepy with that doll poking out, and I can put it right here so you guys can see it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. It makes me feel a little uneasy looking at her. That's definitely the doll that kind of freaks me out, the type of doll. But I am interested when you guys do get this story booklet on your own and you see that image, what you think. So we'll kind of leave that a surprise for you to unbox, and then you can judge with your friends and yourself which one's more scary.
Absolutely. So now that we've got it built, the idea is that players will move through the house kind of one room at a time, and there's a story that goes along with it, which is just awesome.
Yes.
So in each room, in addition to using all of the items that we've put in there, players will also have to search the room to find additional clues as well, and sometimes different items to help solve the various puzzles. Now, just a fair bit of warning, the puzzles that are in this game are at an advanced level and will keep even experienced puzzlers engaged for several hours. So you can choose to play the game over several sessions, kind of like I mentioned at the beginning. So if that's the case, it's best to play one room and then kind of pause when you've finished that room so that you're ready to go to the next one when you come back. It also has hints that are available online. And there's no penalty to using those hints during the game, and they've been put in such a way, right?
Yeah, and in fact, actually, speaking of the hints, ThinkFun developed a new hint system for those who need assistance solving a challenge. And so it's different from previous escape rooms, and so it helps to reveal key information more gradually so players can still experience that aha moment. So it doesn't feel like you're not still solving it in any way. It's just those little helpful, and you still have that experience. So I think that's really cool and really beneficial because I'm definitely someone who needs the hints.
But it's great that they're more of hints instead of solutions.
Yeah, and we do, I mean, you do feel that, that's what it is, and we solved it. That makes sense.
Absolutely. So in addition, there are coupons running right now for pre-order at Amazon.com. So those are listed in the Twitch comments, the chat as well.
And so and it's a 25% off promo. And it's actually on all ThinkFun games. Yeah, which is really cool. When you click the link, it's already applied to your cart, which is awesome.
Absolutely, also, if you'd like to see more, you can check out ThinkFun's YouTube channel. For Escape the Room, the Cursed Dollhouse trailer video. There's a few of them out there, and they are really creepy.
Not gonna lie, it got me getting little goose pimples watching it, and the hair on the back of my neck standing. It definitely puts you into that mood and prepares you for the creepiness that awaits. And so I definitely, we definitely recommend checking out that YouTube channel and watching the trailers. And as you get prepared for this game.
So as we close, we wanted to give a shout out to the inventors of this awesome Escape the Room experience.
So Nicholas Verada and Rebecca Blue, and then also a special thanks to Mark Engelbert Engelberg, Derek Hutchinson, and Iris Tilton. As you can see, all of the components have been so well thought out. It's amazing, just the way that it builds. I love that it's a 3D dollhouse, and even that they put the thought into 3D furniture and just all of the details, that it really feels like you are at an escape the room.
Yeah, absolutely. So instead of getting a whole group together, especially right now, and going somewhere, you can do this in the comfort of your own home, which is awesome.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So we highly recommend this. We again, this is coming out in October. We're very excited for it, and we hope that you guys snag it and solve some creepy puzzles.
Yeah, and definitely share when you do. We look forward to seeing all of the pictures of you guys diving into Escape the Room, the Cursed Dollhouse.
Absolutely.
And I don't know about you, but I am ready to start solving these puzzles, and so we might have to say goodbye to you guys so we can start working on this.
Absolutely. So no spoilers. Thank you all for joining us.
Have a great day.